But yeah, this is what I'm saying. On a PT, I was more confident in constructed than in limited. I mean, I wasn't scared, but limited can go either way, even if you have it down. Well, I think constructed there's better edges to be gained. I knew I wouldn't mess up in limited. I also understood how you can just lose randomly. By the way, I don't know how to get the overlay for Modo. I haven't found it anywhere for the stream, the MTG bot or whatever it is. Like, it's just impossible to find it. If anybody knows that. Vintage Cube Phantom Draft League. This is it, right? This is the one. Or do we need to do single elim? What should I suggest? Oh, your food. I don't know. I don't know what you want to eat. Burek. You always want to eat burek. Order burek with a pizza flavor. And you get both. Pizza with burek flavor. There's some weird toppings for pizza. I know that you could order one with a schnitzel on top, close to my place. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, pizza with schnitzel and you got pommes with it. I'm not sure if they still have it, because that was 15 years ago or something, where I think the mentality has changed a little bit. People are not, the more you get, the better anymore. They're more about the quality and also some healthy lifestyle. Yeah, all this food, like a lot of Balkan food originates from Turkish, like empire and stuff. It's not the same. We have different versions. Usually it's more like budget versions, kind of. Burek is really different from what, depends what kind of fill you get in. I like spinach and I like potato one the most. Burek research. But yeah, you have like a pie version. You have like this version. You have slices then. So like, it's just so different. And then different like stuffings in. This is the spinach one, which is one of my favorites. And the potato one looks like, it just kind of doesn't look like anything, but it's so good. And I think the rolls are my favorite. This one is usually too big for me. Like, these slices are pretty big, but this you can buy few and then eat one now and one later. It's not that easy to make burek though. If you make it from scratch, you can just buy the dough. Ruby, easy pick. What I don't like with this cube is that it's so easy to... Some picks are just default, and then it makes for less decisions early, which is usually not true for normal powered cube. Wasteland is good. I mean, you have some combos with Wasteland. And then Urza, I'll probably take, if this wasn't here, it's actually close. I think Vintage Cube is an overrated cube. There's way better cubes. But they're not in anywhere in Arena, or it's just people made them. What's that again? Whenever reduce combat damage to player, create a blood token. Whenever you discard a card, put a 1/1. That's pretty good. Dark Comfy. Animate that can have applications. Talisman is sometimes good in a lot of decks. What's that? So you would have to have more discard, that's whatever. What are we taking here? Animate that. Blend. Bobble. Talisman. I mean, you can do a lot of with Evora, I guess. I also like Bone Crusher. Volcanic Island is a good land. Well, Dark Ritual. Wait. Identity. That's a good one. I'm either on... Could go with Dark Ritual, honestly, here. But this card is so good. It deals with something, then you get the copy. It's expensive, but yeah. But I should probably... What if I Ritual here? I mean, Ritual also doesn't go into all decks. I'll take the Identity. It's so good. Umox. If you want to do that. Until end of turn, gains Hexproof Reach. It deals damage. It's a cooler pick. Maybe you're right. Well, Kappa. What if we take Mox Hopple, try to wheel Kappa? That Red Shaman is interesting. The rest is good. I think Mox Hopple has the highest upside, especially when you have a Ruby already. And maybe we can do some Tinker and do that sort of shenanigan. Scalding Tarn. I mean, we're halfway there for Tinker. I want the fetches as well. Memory Lapse, wow, that is still there. This is good, but it's a green card. Artifact stuff. Oh, this is also an artifact. Should I be like Esper artifacts and take the It sometimes wheels the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might wheel actually. I love a Lingering Souls, but there's a Creeping Tar Pit. I mean, if we're gonna have a lot of discard and like do some reanimation shenanigans, I'll take the Tar Pit. Are we even like, do we care about animate that? Mana tight. Force of Will, what? I mean, there's also Vindicate, but at this point, we might just move away from animate that. What is that? Too much text is what it is. Bunch of rituals and nothing else. Why is this card in this cube? What? Just because we need Spider-Man cards everywhere? Stop Evergood. It's an artifact. I think we can maybe justify it with Mox Opal. Oh, that's one of the worst ones. Random counter spells. Nothing really impactful wield. What is that? Stomping around 5 colors. I like Preacher, especially with the Mox. Can pressure. I mean, Bat does help, but this would help with this card though, if we do animate that stuff. But crazy that Shaman is there. I'm gonna actually take that. Yeah, these wheels are not the greatest for us. Doomsday. Even if I pick, I don't know what I would do with Doomsday. Or Lily is great. Chromox though. Chromox is free. Workshop is artifact matter. But Kappa didn't wheel. I think we still want to have some random artifacts for Tinker, and then obviously need to pick an artifact that we can fetch. Liliana would be really good, but it might wheel. And there's Marsh Flats and Mana Confluence. I'm glad I took the Preacher, because now with these 3 mana spells, you can sometimes just play it on one and start attacking. Oh wait, that we can fetch. Is that even good? Search your library for an artifact card. There's Tundra, by the way. Pretty good to fetch, but it only works with Tinker. I wish we had a creature that would work with both. Man, I need to take a land, I think. I think that's my wheel. Okay, Frog, easy. I think we're black, blue, splash, identity. This would be great. Portal. Oh, and the other pack. Legendary artifact, that we could fetch. But I think those cards can potentially wheel. We're gonna find something. Frog is just kinda ties the deck together. We need any creatures for animate that. Although that animates opponent stuff as well. Lurus. We cannot play it because I didn't take the bat. Otherwise, we could play it, funny enough. Lion Side Diamond. We don't have combos. This is good. Or just Catacomb. But Catacomb doesn't fetch that one now. That would be a good one as well. I mean, I'd rather take that one. But Inquisition. I'll take Inquisition. I like that card. Not as good as Thoughtseize. Titan would work with animate that. Titan Binder there is just good. We're kinda like divided between 2 lanes. I mean, you can cast Titan. That has to be Titan Binder. Wait, there's Sword of the Meek now. Will the other one wheel if I take it, or do I just take Watery Grave? Because then we could find the combo with Tinker. We could try to wheel both, but that's unlikely, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now somebody will spec on it. We won't wheel the other one. Show and tell. Oh, that would work with the 9 mana card. Destroy target non-black creature. Otherwise, just take a fetch. No, maybe show and tell, but we need then something big. I think I'm just taking the land. That's an artifact. Colonnade. Fetches for red. When to be fair, I think our mana is fine, but this ties everything together if we take a fetch. Otherwise, what command? Okay, so we wheel that. But this only works with Tinker. We can maybe just control the game and then play it from A graveyard. Wait, there's a Citadel. But it only works with Tinker. That's my issue there. Maybe we will show and tell. Always draft mid range. It's like combo decks are always a trap, I swear. Wait, did I take Citadel? I did. Okay, there's show and tell, which is really good with the 9 mana spell. Wait, what is this? Okay, go away. Counter spell, Mind Stone, Riddler. This card is good. Can be good. Well, there's also that, which I kinda can splash. But I need red. I need one shock. But I kinda feel like I want the counter spell here. What do you think, chat? This card is insane though. But yeah, probably just counter spell. Ooh, that we sneak in. Brain Freeze is interesting, but not in this deck, right? That works with... No, but is that... No, it's not good with these. What's this again? Why is this not an artifact? Cauldron, Might. Might would help us with most Moxop, Opal. This helps us with lands. Tezzeret for Mock. That seems so bad. Oh wait, show and tell? Well, there's Mind Twist. This is an artifact. I want the Sphinx, but maybe I should take that. No, we need the Sphinx. We have Tinker. Like, I don't want to gamble on wheeling it. Mind Twist is really good though. But this ties the deck together. This is okay. Artifact. I guess. Bobble. Wait, how many ODs are there? We saw another one. Maybe we need a fatal push. We don't have removal. Bobble would be good though. Might wheel. What is deck? This would work with Emrakul. Ninja. Player exile top 2 cards. You may play those cards. Doesn't really win. We'll find ways. Ninja with Sphinx. With, I mean, it's 4 mana. I'll take it. I don't know. Maybe that's our win con. I don't think we need that land. Edict or only... We don't have that much for the Kaito. Treasure Cruise. What's that? Draw this card too. Artifact. We didn't get any... I mean, we have some artifacts, but... Gush is free. Stretary creature. Emrakul. And show and tell. Maybe we need that. This is actually not that bad, but... Oh, nice. And the binding... Well, binding would be 3 mana. Is Sorin any good? The rabbit we could play. Sometimes it's solos. That's why you always draft mid-range in this queue, because combo never gets there. It's always so fragile. And this is, I guess, a lesson for Arena, Vintage, whatever queue. Just aim towards mid-range. You're always gonna do better. Like, it's not worth going for combo if you just care about winning. Are we going with Show and Tell and Emrakul? We can discard them. And this is kinda... Show and Tell plus Portal is not completely terrible. Animate that on their stuff. What's the upside? Discarding Carbo crap. Where's our Emrakuzi? This is our win con. We keep on shuffling Emrakul in and milling them out. You guys don't have imagination. I'm gonna play Show and Tell and Emrakul. We have so many ways to discard. Maybe we don't need to animate that. And we don't need the Carbo crap. Where's the Carbo crap? We can even our animating Shinobi is not bad though. But I guess we can ninjutsu it as well. So how many artifacts? One, this don't count. Two, three, four, five, six. Is Mox Opal even gonna be good? But maybe we don't play Mox Opal. This slow. Oh, Unearthed can. Well, we do have a lot of good stuff for Unearthed. This is not exactly what we want to be doing, although it's such a interesting card. Okay, so this is our degenerate package here. And everything else is kind of fair magic. Do we like that? And then I guess the land situation, we still need to trim some stuff. Maybe we trim this package and only play the Tinker package. Because what else are we gonna cut? Chat, help, help. I mean, this is like 80% of the new cube. This is the Modo version. So if you wanna learn, you are at the right place. But I like the degenerate package. But I don't know what to cut if we don't cut this. PT pots and limited are so weak though. Limited just feels on a PT like people do it because they have to. But they practice constructed all the time. One planes. Do we need a planes? Wait. This doesn't fetch it. We're only splashing for one card, but the card is really good. Colonnade 3. Only 3? Probably need a planes. Actually, our splash is not that easy. Then this goes. It's gonna be hard to get double. I mean, still 2 mana, deal with anything, but yeah. Who needs a removal? Who needs a removal in Vintage Cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. That's 10 blue. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 black. Plus a blue source. And it's 10, 10. 15 lands. 2 moxes. Are we fine with that? And we play the degenerate stuff. Let's go. On the play. Tempted to keep, but we would need then to sensei and we can lock ourselves. That we have a force of will. We just need a land. I would need to spend 1 turn, but like having force of will, I think it's pretty good. I mean to see a land in 3 draws. I'm gonna do it upkeep. I guess I could skip a turn if I don't get a land, because there's a huge upside of just playing one of these cards out. Well, no. I think I should draw naturally and regret it. Never regret it. Look at that. Beautiful. Because we won't be, like, they can outmatch it is my issue with the frog here. If I remove a removal. And now if it connects, we get cards. Cards are good for magics. Okay, there's some combo shenanigans. This gives you an untap land. What? Bro. Okay, I see the combo. I see the combo. 3 mana. Tinker? Well, Tinker is good. We just need to get lands. So attack, try to get a land. Tapped, but not that bad. Not that bad. And what do we take? So Karn gets annoying. This gives the mana. This gives them cards. Karn they can play. Oh no, but they can add 2, then untap. They can have Karn. That's so annoying. I don't like that. Can ninjutsu attack planeswalkers? We're gonna take that. I couldn't make a conclusion. It's pretty in the dark. But I think this has insane upside. Yikes. It's really bad for us. But I mean, either one would be bad. I guess the other one would be even worse because they would do something else. I guess I can discard to get Karn down, but how do we beat that? So I want to Tinker for Citadel. And then on Emrakul from the top and we win. Get a land for free. Get a Shredder for free. Now we give this flying. Man, that's complicated on Modo. And we discard a Preacher. Because I could go deeper here instead of beating card down, but they have all the mana. I mean, they either way have kind of all the mana. Because this has such a huge upside if we go face. Oh, it draws on Walker. Okay, new cards, yeah. That's then a no-brainer. Yikes. That's it. Can't do much else. Modo is so hard to play on and talking and streaming and all. It's legendary, so they cannot have both. I cannot get Emrakul if I don't block. Maybe we should jump to get the most out of Bolas at Citadel. I like jumping because there's a chance we have some expensive cards. This combo is just so nasty. We can get the 5 mana spell that deals with a permanent. It's 2 cards, but out of what, 3 lands? Out of 3 cards. Oh come on, Ancestor Recall, what a scam. Because we're doing some insane stuff, but they're doing better stuff. This would make sacrifice a top tier. Okay, they don't have a top tier yet. Okay, sick. Take 9. That's good. Step 1. We could ninja get their cards. Well, let's see what's on top. What do we need? White. Yes, we don't need another blue. Okay. Well, those cards don't do much. Miracle, but we don't have life. What does that do again? Without paying their mana cost. Do we bring that in instead of the frog? Or do we just play it out, attack with the frog at the Emrakul, see what's on top? Yeah, but we can just play it and then it still goes deeper here. And then we have it for next turn. But yeah, we can get some time walks or something weird. No, I'll just draw. Because both are in the dark. And both are kinda 2 cards deep. What do you do? Oh, we can discard it, shuffle. Wait, I can discard shuffle. That's kinda good. We have so many combos with the Citadel. Oh, but then no, but maybe I messed up. They don't have creatures. Maybe I messed up. Too many things are happening. I mean, for this turn, I think it was worth it because we're in such a good spot if they draw nothing. Either way, they'll do a lot of stuff with Citadel. They have only what Kitten, which is whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Oh, it doesn't do much. Right now, we're on 6. So they'll do a bunch of stuff here. Shouldn't they do that first? Or they get a bounce? It's so much easier to play that on Arena though. I have hard time following these small cards on Modo. I think it's mostly complicated because of that. So we get what? Okay, that mills. It's pretty good. So we shuffle again. I can exile it if I don't want to shuffle that away. But I think it's fine. Um, no, I'll just do that. I think it's better to do that. Freaking Emrakul everywhere. Because we can then shuffle stuff away still. 5 life. It has flash. That has flash. No, come on. Let me do it. Because we're gonna be able to cast that still. They mess something. They can untap and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Oh, Timebinder is sick. The counter that one? Oh, but they get bunch of... Yeah, we gotta counter that. They have 0 cards. Oh, they take in draw. Okay, okay. That's 1 card. 1 unknown card. Because they would get a bunch of chompers. 1 life. I think our deck plays out really nice, considering that their deck is completely stupid as well. Or they did completely stupid things, and they have like recall and all the good cards. So they're gonna try to go for Flying Haster. They get the removal though. Oh, what the hell? Wait, but they forgot. Isn't that unblockable? They could have hasted it in and win. Bro, pair me. Where's the auto tapper when you need an auto tapper? They messed up, yeah. They could have unblocked it in. I think we're fine. Like we don't have really sideboard versus them. Maybe we could go like more aggro. That's fine. To be fair, whenever you're reacting, there's way more decisions. And we were doing both. We were being proactive and reactive. They were just doing proactive stuff. But I can't be quiet on this stream. Like whenever I speak, it's pretty hard to do both. Recall. That's stupid. Can this counter mana ability? Mana abilities can be targeted. What a scam. A scam. So is this we cannot do much. So just this one, I guess. Oh, it does give a yeah, they had unblockable there. True, true, true. Their deck is completely crazy, by the way, but tap target land. Now we need to counter Saga's ability. Yeah, gotta pass and counter Saga's ability, and then they lose everything on it. But they have a bounce. They just need to go aggro and keep counter spells up and hope they don't get spells. But they will make big creatures. They might activate it in our turn though. We gotta go this. We gotta go this. There's too much room for them to do their shenanigans. Oh, come on. You drew everything? Like literally everything? Well, no threats yet, but sure. That was not a good draw. Would make a 1-1 only. They can untap the land and still make a token. What a scam. But maybe they missed it. They did some really weird plays already. Yeah, they figured it out. But they lose. Well, they don't really lose the saga because they can bounce. Okay, okay, that's good. But isn't this why is this still active? Oh, cause it, huh? Oh, cause okay, never mind. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, with that, and that's just like a 1 turn, 2 turn clock. I'm gonna wait one more turn. Maybe we get something. Otherwise, I'm conceding. They're still making 2 more. Couldn't really interact with the land even with like a mana leak. Yeah. The patterns are interesting, but you sometimes don't beat stuff. Like you just don't. That's the randomness of vintage cube. I guess you keep. That's so bad though. Now maybe you have to mull. I mean, having force of will, ditching that, and then like preacher. I guess that's the idea. But I think we can do better. Draw show and tell. One that in the deck. Oh, that's a horrible hand. We're gonna lose this probably if they have somewhat of a decent hand, unless we get a show and tell. There's an upside. But the Citadel is better in the deck because of Tinker. Doesn't matter. Third three show and tell one time. Not completely terrible. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, this is bad. So deal with it. They had both lands. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Doesn't it can block it for one turn? So we need show and tell now. For 2 turns we can block it. But like, what are you gonna do? Stupid degenerate combos that you don't play Magic against. I mean, not that our deck is any different. It's so random. So now we block with this. But they can bounce it. I'm gonna just scoop. I guess it's gonna be interesting day one because people are not going like a lot of arena players are not gonna go know what's going on. But was that game random? Oh, wait, what happened with the music? What? Gotta up the mood a little bit. Wow. We won a game, chat. Who we have it? We just need lands. But again, what? This format sucks. How do people like that shit? We're playing with the same deck. We do need lands. So it's not, and they don't need to not have counter spell or what, but we get freebooter if we get a land. Okay, 3 cards. Not the best Riddler ever. Okay, now if we draw a land in 2 draws, there's a land. So we wanna go this, and then we wanna go. There's an interesting because like this could get us deeper, but we definitely wanna draw now. We lose the Tinker stuff though, but oh wait. We do it. We just do it. So Citadel. Oh, Citadel is an artifact, never mind. So we have to discard. I mean, we could do freebooter first, but I kind of just want to slam that Emerald Cool. And we still have Tinker as a backup. Unless they have the same plan. If they play Emerald Cool here, I'm gonna cringe. Sure. Oh, they have a lot of mana. Like a lot of mana. Oh no, they cannot untap that one. But we're attacking first, so that's not bad. We can get the that's insane. We can get the artifact. That's insane. Okay. We probably have it here. Ha! What does your Emrakul do? Like what? That was so unfun. That was the most unfun way to win in Magic. The whole world is upside down, I swear. What people like is absurd. Like what people consider like good quality Magic is absurd. We won, but it was miserable. Do we keep it like that? But we had a turn 3 Emrakul, turn 2 Emrakul. I know, War Master, but still, I mean, it's way more random than any other format. Let's be real. We gotta acknowledge it for what it is. I mean, people like randomness again. That's not not a secret, or that's not surprising to me. I want more Emerald on 3. Now I'm hooked. Now I'm hooked with the RNG. Now I cannot let it go. Clap, clap. It's not a turn 2 Emrakul though. Okay, we still see the hand. They still get it back, so what does it matter? It does not matter. Because I want to keep it if we get a land. In case Tinker, right? What did we see again? This guy. They haven't done. Oh, because they have the 3-1. I see. Still need a land to win on spot. They don't have anything that interacts, right? Then we do it. Vintage Cube is not about Emrakul on 3, he said. This card would deal with Emrakul. Do get that shit though. So maybe that was bad. I still need an answer. It's not easy to answer an Emrakul. Well, that's an ancestral recall. Because I could have done this, take the star, but then they can get interaction again and counter spells. No, it's not casting. Because that would be insane. Need to have something in the deck in mono blue. Upheaval, I guess, would be annoying. Yeah, like, I think we played versus 2 of the same decks. And then the one conceded to us. No, it's a little bit different. The other one was more colors. This was more mono blue. I guess this is annoying. Because they get enough permanents to cook. But we have this then. If they have the combo. They need the combo though. That finds the combo. Mentor, 1/2, 2 mana. So they can make 2 tokens now. So that actually makes them live, but they have to sack a little bit. Well, 6. They have to sack 6 permanents. They get 3 mana, so 3 tokens. Okay, maybe we're cooked. They got all the combos. Okay, if they have the sword, we're actually in a really bad shape. Because they can make so many tokens, no? Funny is how many answers we have for opponents' Emrakuls in the deck. We have this. We have the... whatever the card is. The 9 mana card. Okay, that's not sword. Fun and interactive format. Okay, that's all you got. Vintage Cube is not about show and tell on turn 3. He said